What's happening, guys? It's Mike's Soul Dragon channel, and I didn't get a chance to make a video about all the books I picked up today, but you know what they say, better late than never. So I just got home from work and I wanted to make a quick video showing everything I had. Very small week this week, or at least all the stuff that my shop got. I'm sure there were some things that they were supposed to get that didn't come in, as is basically the norm now with shipping being as crazy as it is. But in any case, we'll go ahead and go through everything. Nick's 10, I picked this up because I ended up getting issues 1 through 7, 1 through 6, or something like that. I got them at a really good deal. They were in the dollar box at my shop. So with the series only running 10 issues, I decided to just go ahead and stick with it. Same thing here for X-Force. Picked up issues like 1 through 6, 1 through 7 out of the dollar box. And it was only going to run for 10 issues, so I figured I would go ahead, stick it out. That way I can read both of these books, both these series, see how they were. You know, even though they weren't with us for a long time, that doesn't mean that they weren't good stuff. Then we've got Ultimate Spider-Man number 16. I saw a real funny tweet today talking about this book, about how Peter Parker is the least interesting character in it, and I don't think they're wrong. Fantastic Four. Obviously, it's pretty well known how I feel about this book, and I've seen a lot of really good things today about this issue. And with Ryan North, as long as he's writing it, I don't expect anything less than just, incredible month in, month out work from him. And then Amazing Spider-Man number 2. This issue number 1, I got to say, did not feel like anything special to me. It just felt like yet another Amazing Spider-Man number 1. But Joe Kelly is someone who I generally am a fan of, so I'm going to stick it out, stick issue 2 out, see how it goes. And I don't know really in regards to Amazing Spider-Man, I don't really know what to expect. It seems like, it was funny because we had Amazing Spider-Man 1 come out with Joe Kelly, and it felt like just another regular issue. And but for some reason, there's a number 1 on it when it could have just as easily fit into the regular numbering with just a new creative team. So I think the only difference with this issue is, or this volume, is he's got a job working with someone he went to school with. So that's, I don't know if that's really enough to launch a whole new book, but hey, what do I know? Well, in any case, a very small week this week with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. I picked up a couple other things that were just miniseries related, but all in all, very small week this week, which means I ought to be able to knock this stuff out relatively easy. In conjunction with this, I will be reading this trade paperback I picked up. It was used for $10, and I remember reading this book initially when it came out. Paul Dini wrote the majority of these 13 issues. This is a deluxe trade. It's got 13 issues in there. Paul Dini wrote the majority of them, and as most people know, he was heavily involved in Batman animated series, Superman animated series, and Justice League cartoon. So he definitely he's got a feel for these characters. He knows their characterization, he knows their voices. So it's a pretty strong book that features Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Edward Nygma. Got some Joker in there as well. And then it introduces this character. She's kind of like a handyman for supervillains, something to that effect. But in any case, I will be working this in with the books I got here today. So that is it for this week's pickups. So till next time, you guys take care. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye bye.